From undisputed to unanimous, the Buckeye football team is making history today as the Associated Press ranks Ohio State as the #1 team in the land. NBC4 sports reporter Matt Barnes joins us now with more. Hey, Matt, good news.
Yeah, great news, Candace. And this should come as no surprise considering all the returners the Buckeyes have from last year's national championship. What does come as a bit of a surprise is that the Buckeyes made some history when they were named the top-ranked team in the land by the AP. That history being that the Buckeyes were picked first by every one of the 61 media members who vote in the poll, making OSU the first ever team to be picked as the unanimous #1 in the 65 years of the AP preseason poll. So if the target was not already large enough, it just got a bit larger. Here's a look at the top of the poll. Buckeyes on top, followed by TCU, Alabama, Baylor, and Michigan State. Auburn, Oregon, and USC are 6, 7, and 8. Wisconsin is 20th, the last of just 3 Big Ten teams to crack the top 25. The 8th time the Buckeyes have been ranked first in the preseason poll. That's the good news. The bad news about that, though, none of those previous 7 times have the Buckeyes gone on to win the national championship. So Urban Meyer and the guys will hope to change that this season. We'll have more on the #1 team in the land coming up later in sports.
All right, thank you, Matt. I don't know what it's like to walk around with a target on my back, but I'm sure the Buckeyes are feeling the heat after today's unanimous vote by the AP writers.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. This is something, right? The Buckeyes ended last season as the #1 team in the land, and they will begin this season as the #1 team in the land as well. As we told you at the top of the show, the Buckeyes picked as the top team in the Associated Press Top 25 preseason poll, and it was unanimous. First time in the poll's 65-year history that has happened in the preseason poll. And this for a team still with a few question marks, such as how much or how will Braxton Miller transition into his new position at wide receiver or H-back, plus that other big question of which quarterback will start the season. Only 10 times has the #1 team in the preseason poll gone on to win the national championship. So the odds not exactly in the Buckeyes' favor, but the polls are not the focus right now. Instead, that is the Virginia Tech Hokies, the lone team to take down the Bucs last season.
We actually started a little bit earlier, obviously, because we opened up with them, and we have a lot of respect for who they are, and they beat us. So we've been working on them a little bit, but it's going to be in earnest now. I mean, it's going to be a good, over half our practice will be devoted to Virginia Tech now.